3.2 million views. That is how many views that this video got in the first 24 hours that it was uploaded to YouTube. That is an insane amount of people who have watched this video. I'm curious as to how they did it. What makes this video any different than the other 400 hours of video that are uploaded to YouTube every minute of every day? I think it boils down to 3 different strategies. This is a new series that I'm starting called Why It's Trending. My name is Noah Chrysler. By the end of this video, I'm hoping to give you a better understanding of why this video works so well and give you some ideas of how to apply these things to your own content when you make content in the future. The first strategy that I think this video uses is curiosity. Everything about this video, from the title to the thumbnail to the structure of how it is made, capitalizes on this idea of getting you to ask the question of what comes next, what is going to be different about the next thing they do. It gets you in the door to click on the video using the title and the thumbnail. It also keeps your attention to the end of the video so that their retention rates are really high. The first egg that they get is from a convenience store. It's strange to Americans, which I think is the majority of BuzzFeed's audience is Americans, because these are Japanese convenience stores, so we're unfamiliar with the products that are there. Then they go to this guy in this like fish market that makes omelets. So our brain goes, okay, great. We are seeing a pattern. There's eggs at a convenience store, there's eggs at a fish market. How can we get weirder? They then go visit this guy who works at this restaurant where he makes these omelets that split over rice patties, and they split in a very, very cool and interesting and visually pleasing way. Another element of curiosity of, wow, that's super weird. They then go to a farm so that we understand this idea of these extremely weird and unique eggs that this man creates. The final thing that they eat in this video are these eggs that you can eat raw over rice. It's just a very unfamiliar idea to a lot of Americans, I think. If I eat raw eggs over rice, I think that I'm going to get sick. So they start with something slightly weird and they end on something very weird. They heighten the weirdness throughout, and it makes our curiosity minds go, wow, what are they going to do by the end of this video? I think that this entire video was made around that one restaurant where the guy splits the omelets down the middle in that visually appealing way. This team at BuzzFeed is very big. If you look at the ending credits of this video, there's probably 10 people that have worked on this video in its different stages of production. And there is a production coordinator that I'm pretty sure saw something about this restaurant that makes these omelets that do that splitting motion, and he built the concept of this video around that. It's such a weird method of cooking food. It's very visually appealing. I think that that was the core element at the start of this video. Curiosity is built in from the ground floor in order to make this video as clickable as possible and in order to hold your audience's attention for the duration of the video. Number 2 is narrative. I think when people think of stories, they think about a very small amount of things that can follow the pattern of a story. I think this video is a perfect example of non-conventional storytelling. What do I mean by that? Let me go get my whiteboard and I'm gonna draw a thing. Okay, sweet. This is called the story mountain. I know it's a very simple diagram that probably a lot of you have seen in like middle school, but I think it's very relevant. I think a lot of YouTube videos follow it, and here it is. We start with a hook, then we give the premise of the video, then we have rising action, rising action, rising action to a climax, and then we have the end of the video. This is crooked and it's really driving me nuts. Let me redraw this in 1 second. Okay, sweet. We start with a hook, we give the premise of what's going to happen, we have a bunch of rising action, we have a climax, and then we have a resolution. We've already talked about how, through the curiosity, right, they heighten the weird things, and that is the heightening rising action right here. In this video, they use a character hook. So basically, they characterize their, characters at the beginning of this video with a bunch of jokes and a bunch of animations, and that is what acts as the first grab to the audience, that first thing that captures the audience's attention within the first 10 seconds of the video.
How do you say egg in Japanese?
Tamago.
Tamago? Together?
Tamago.
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 Tamago. All right.
It's a very kind of niche way to capture an audience's attention, but I think BuzzFeed does it well because of their use of animation. I think their editing team is so big that they can afford to do things like that. Okay, so in the first 16 seconds of this video, they give the hook and they give the concise premise.
Today on Worth It Japan, we're going to be trying 3 delicious egg dishes at 3 drastically different price points to find out which egg is the most worth it at its price.
16 seconds. This is a 19-minute video, and they give the hook and the premise of the video in 16 seconds. That's because they're BuzzFeed, and they're really good at this. Think about the structure of these videos, right? They have $1 down here, and then $89 eggs are up here at the top of the story arc, at the climax, right? Why would we not start with $89? Because, you know, we want to build there. We want to reach that point 4/5 of the way through the video so that we feel like we worked our way up to something. It makes the video engaging and it builds this sense of accomplishment once we get to the $89 eggs. It's what holds our attention for 20 minutes. It's what allows them to run ads against this video with a high CPM and a high retention rate so that they can make a lot of money and pay all of their employees that it took to make this video. The last thing that I think that this video does that a lot of popular videos on the trending page does is that it finds a way to tell little stories inside of the overall narrative arc. So basically they tell 8 small little stories in that one overall video. They strategically place those little stories within the wider story arc so that it feels like we're building tension. The last strategy that I think that this video implores to get on the trending page and to get 3.2 million views within 24 hours is the fact that they hyper edit this video like crazy. At especially important parts of this video, especially in the hook at the beginning and especially during the climax, they use rapid cuts and rapid animations at like a crazy speed. It holds your attention and it makes those like really important parts really stand out, and it's why BuzzFeed has built the brand that they have.
We went to a local convenience store to get a bunch of egg snacks because I have a fact for you.
Tamago mamajushiki.
On average, Japanese people eat 320 eggs per year, making them the 3rd highest consumers of eggs in the world.
Wow.
Do you know
What's 1 and 2? Wait, let me
Can
guess.
you guess?
China.
You're close.
Korea.
No.
India.
No. Malaysia.
What?
And Mexico.
I'm so mad at myself.
So that is the first 40 seconds of this video. I think it's an extremely interesting 40 seconds because they take something that's relatively not interesting and they use editing tricks to make it appear really, really engaging. They're filming on a 4K camera, so they have this big wide shot. And in that wide shot, they can zoom in and not lose quality and still upload this video at 1080p. It happens halfway in between sentences to emphasize different words and to emphasize the reactions of the 3 different subjects in the shot. It starts with a close shot on him with this animation at the bottom. Then it zooms out all the way when he says consumers. And then when he says in the world, it pops right back. If it were any other company or any other company that might not make videos this engaging, it would probably just be one shot and it would probably be kind of boring. Edit number 4, edit number 5, number 6, edit number 7, edit number 8, 9, 10, and then 11 out. 15 edits in about 15 seconds. So that's about an edit a second. That's crazy. That's nuts. So the reason why that they're able to do this, if you look at the credits down here, when they list the credits of the video, you can go to their website and see who worked on this video. I think the 2 most important people on this team are Adam Bianchi, I don't know if I'm saying that right, and Josh Richardson. This guy right here, I think, is the reason why this video has 3.2 million views. He has taken the time to edit this to perfection. Every minute of this entire 20-minute video is deliberately made to hold your attention, and it's amazing. They slice sentences halfway through and patch them with other sentences, and they cover up those slices using B-roll so that you don't even notice that these interviews are being completely warped. It tells a great story. I don't think anybody else on this platform is currently able to tell stories in the hyper-efficient way that BuzzFeed is right now. There's one more thing I wanted to say about the edit, and that is the camera guy of this video is absolutely amazing at what he does. There is this shot when they are in the egg yolk store or whatever in Japan. They are talking about why egg yolks in Japan are a different color than in the United States.
Typically, Japanese egg yolk is very orange, like your t-shirt color.
Oh, yeah. That's totally why I wore it today.
I want yellow too.
When this dude in this striped shirt gives the punchline of his joke, the camera guy zooms out with his lens and he captures the reactions of the other 2 people. That perfectly punctuates this joke really well, and it tells me that the camera guy is really, really listening to what's going on, and he's thinking, how can I punctuate and help out the people on screen using my own techniques? How can I film this in a way that's going to be visually engaging and accent the performance that these 2 people are giving? Just to reiterate, the 3 reasons why I think this video works is curiosity. They heighten the curiosity with the weirdness throughout this video. It gets weirder and weirder and weirder, and by the end of the video, it's very strange. They're cracking raw eggs onto rice and eating it. Number 2 is the narrative. They very clearly give a hook and a premise in the first 15 seconds of the video, then they continue to tell the story using the rising action. They hit the climax, and then the vote at the end is the resolution of the video when they all agree that the omelet guy was the best restaurant to go to. And number 3, hyper editing and characterization of these characters through that hyper editing, along with the camera work, also makes this video engaging. It's what makes this video have such a high retention rate. It's what allows them to pay the bills because, you know, a lot of people have stayed around for the full 19 minutes and watched 10 ads by the end of this video. Guys, my name is Noah Chrysler. If you enjoyed this, if you learned anything at all, please hit the like button. If you want to subscribe and see more of the stuff that I've made in the past, that would be great. And some of the stuff that I've made in the future. Post a comment if you want your video reviewed, or if you have a suggestion for a video that you want me to review that's like popular and you wonder what's going on there, post a comment with that and I will check it out. Guys, have a great day. Goodbye.